Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So last week I did a video with my friend Haley and she did a blindfolded makeover on me, and I said that this week I was going to do hers, but I'm not very good at planning things, so that didn't really work out. But a lot of you have been asking me to do like an easy everyday makeup look, and so that's what I'm going to do today. I already did my eyebrows and my base off camera, but we'll go ahead and start with the eyes, so let's get into it. I'm going to be taking the Too Faced Just Peachy Mattes palette, and it's all mattes clearly because that's what it says, duh, but it's just like a whole bunch of neutrals that are like peachy tone. I really like it. I've only used it like twice, but I think that the colors blend out really nicely, so that's what I'm going to be using today. A lot of people have asked me to do like an everyday makeup look because my first look was like super bright and not a lot of people wear that stuff in public, and I haven't done an easy makeup look like since then. It's been like challenges, so I'm gonna go ahead and do just what I would wear every day if I were to do my makeup every day, even though I'm lazy and I barely ever wear makeup on a daily basis, but that's what I'm gonna go ahead and do. So I'm going to start with the color Peach Tea right here. It's just like a tan color, and I'm going to take that on this small fluffy Morphe brush, and I'm going to put that as my transition shade right in my crease. So I'm just going to start with that. And like I said in the first video, just like windshield wiper and circular motions to blend it out through my crease. And I'm not going to use it very heavily because since it's just like an everyday look, I'm not doing anything dramatic. It's just going to be a couple neutrals, and that's so about it. Once you have that color all blended out through your crease for your transition shade, I'm going to go in next with the shade Fresh Picked right here. And it's like a little darker, like tannish peachy shade. And I'm going to take that on the same Morphe brush that I used before right in my crease, but I'm going to take it a little bit lower so that it doesn't like cover up all my transition shade. And I'm just going to take that right here, the bottom of my crease, like right in my crease, and just blend that a little bit. Once you have blended Fresh Picked right in your crease, I'm going to switch brushes, and I'm going to take this bigger fluffy Morphe brush, just a blending brush, and I'm taking this one and I'm going to dip into Peach Tart, and it's just like a tannish brown shade right here. And I took it on this fluffy brush because I don't want it to be like as pigmented as it could be since it's like just a wear throughout the day look. So I'm just going to take that on this fluffy brush, and I'm going to pat it in to my outer corner and bring it up into my outer crease just a little bit. And I'm just going to blend it really lightly in my outer V, in my outer crease, just the tiniest bit, because I don't want it to be super dark. I just want it to have a little bit of dimension in my outer V. When you are done blending Peach Tart into your outer V and your outer crease, I'm going to go in with this small packer brush from Morphe, and I'm going to dip into the color Peach Meringue right here. It's just like a white, creamish, matte color, and I'm just going to take that on my packer brush, and I'm going to pat that on my lid, but not my whole lid because I don't want it to cover up the darker brown that I just put on the outer V. This is just to like lighten up your lid a little bit. I wish that I could talk. I literally mess up everything I say in every single video, but it's okay. Anyways, I'm just going to pat that on my lid, just like the front half of it, and blend it in to that brown color I took before. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And this is just to like lighten it up, make it look a little less messy with the colors that you had put in your crease before, so that it looks like this. And when you're done with that, I'm going to go back in with that same fluffy, like the bigger fluffy Morphe brush I was using before, dip back into Peach Tart just the tiniest bit so that I can blend that white shade and this brown shade together. When you are done blending Peach Tart into your outer V and your outer crease, I'm going to go in with this small packer brush from Morphe, and I'm going to dip into the color Peach Meringue right here. It's just like a white, creamish, matte color, and I'm just going to take that on my packer brush, and I'm going to pat that on my lid, but not my whole lid because I don't want it to cover up the darker brown that I just put on the outer V. This is just to like lighten up your lid a little bit. I wish that I could talk. I literally mess up everything I say in every single video, but it's okay. Anyways, I'm just gonna pat that on my lid, just like the front half of it, and blend it in to that brown color I took before. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. And this is just to like lighten it up, make it look a little less messy with the colors that you had put in your crease before, so that it looks like this. And when you're done with that, I'm going to go back in with that same fluffy, like the bigger fluffy Morphe brush I was using before, dip back into Peach Tart just the tiniest bit so that I can blend that white shade and this brown shade together, just like that. Do the same thing on the other eye, just like this, so that it looks blended out nicely. When you are done blending Peach Tart into your outer V and your outer crease, I'm going to go in with this small packer brush from Morphe, and I'm going to dip into the color Peach Meringue right here. It's just like a white, creamish, matte color, and I'm just going to take that on my packer brush, and I'm going to pat that on my lid, but not my whole lid because I don't want it to cover up the darker brown that I just put on the outer V. This is just to like lighten up your lid a little bit. I wish that I could talk. I literally mess up everything I say in every single video, but it's okay. Anyways, I'm just going to pat that on my lid, just like the front half of it, and blend it in to that brown color I took before. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And this is just to like lighten it up, make it look a little less messy with the colors that you had put in your crease before, so that it looks like this. And when you're done with that, I'm going to go back in with that same fluffy, like the bigger fluffy Morphe brush I was using before, dip back into Peach Tart just the tiniest bit so that I can blend that white shade and this brown shade together, just like that. Do the same thing on the other eye, just like this, so that it looks blended out nicely. Now I'm going to take this smaller brush right here. It's like a rounded brush like this from Morphe, and I'm going to dip in back to the same color that I used in as my transition shade, called Peach Tea, right here. And I'm going to put that on my lower lash line as like the start of the colors, so that it kind of blends in with like the eyeshadow look that I did on the top. So I'm going to take that on this smaller brush right here and put that on my lower lash line. After you have finished putting Peach Tea on your lower lash line, I'm going to go ahead and dip right in to the dark brown shade that we used in the outer V with that same small brush from Morphe. And I'm just going to dip in there really super lightly and tap off the excess. And then I'm going to take this as close to my lashes as possible and not blend it down as far as I did Peach Tea, just so that it looks cohesive with my upper lid and kind of just ties everything together. Once you are done with the color Peach Tart on your lower lash line, which was this one right here, I'm going to take an angled brush by Morphe, and I'm going to dip into this really dark brown shade at the bottom, and it's called Chocolate Dipped. And I'm just going to tap my angled brush in there like that. And this is for people that like don't really like to wear eyeliner, but you like want the illusion that you're wearing eyeliner. So you dip it into that dark brown color at the bottom on your angled brush, and then you take it on your upper lash line and you just pat it as close to your lashes as possible, and you don't want a space in between, like that. And I don't take mine all the way into the inner corner. I like go halfway, and then I gradually make the line smaller so that it looks like that. And it's kind of just like a smoky eyeliner effect for people that maybe aren't the best at eyeliner or just don't like wearing eyeliner. If it was me, I probably would have done a wing because I'm extra and that's what I like to do because I loved winged eyeliner. But I kind of been liking this lately, just using eyeshadow as my eyeliner. So I'm going to take that back on the same angled brush, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. And there you have your like smoky eyeliner. And for my inner corner highlight, I'm actually going to take this palette that I use it in every single video as like my mirror to see stuff. And it's the Tarte Make Believe in Yourself palette. And I'm going to take this middle shade right here. I don't think it has a name because everything else is like labeled and it's not. So I'm going to take it on this really small brush, and I got it from Sephora, and it's just like round at the end. And dip right into that color right there, and it's just like it looks like it would be like really white, but when you put it on it's kind of like translucent, I guess. I'm just going to put that on my inner corners really lightly. And after you do your inner corner, I'm going to go ahead and do my brow bone. I'll do the same thing on the other eye. So after you are done highlighting your brow bone, I'm going to go ahead and do my mascara. I love this mascara, the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, so I'm going to go ahead and use that. And I'm going to curl my eyelashes too. And when you do mascara, you want to just make sure that you get as close to the root of your eyelashes as possible. So I'm just going to pop on some mascara, and I'll be back after that to do the rest of my face makeup. Okay, after you have finished your mascara, I'm going to go ahead and bronze, and I'm going to use the same Too Faced Gingerbread Cookie palette that I used in my first face video, and I'm going to take it on this Real Techniques brush, just dip it right in, tap off the excess, and go in. I'm going to go in kind of lightly. I'm not going to do it as like much as I normally would since it's just a daytime look, and I'm just going to put it on my cheekbones really lightly, and I'm going to put it on my forehead as well. After you have went ahead and bronzed your cheekbones and your forehead, I'm going to go ahead and dip into my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I use the middle shade in the bottom, and I'm going to take it on this fan brush from Morphe because I like to contour with the fan brush sometimes. So I'm just going to dip right into that shade right there, super lightly because these are super pigmented. Tap off the excess, and then what you're going to do if you use the fan brush is you just want to like hold it at an angle and blend it upwards so that you don't get a harsh line. And I'm going to take that on my cheekbones, and then the same as I do with my bronzer, and do it on my forehead. And after I contour my forehead and my cheekbones, and I like the way it looks, I'm going to go in with this Anastasia Beverly Hills brush. It came in the Modern Renaissance palette that I got, and I'm going to take the fluffy end, make sure it's clean, yeah. Take the fluffy end of it, and I'm going to dip into my bronzer, just like this, and I'm going to tap off the excess, make sure there's not very much on there at all, and this is what I'm going to use to contour my nose, because I don't like my nose contour to be like super harsh, but I still like to do it. So I'm just going to take it like that down the sides of my nose. That looks a little bit rough, so I guess I'll have to fix that in a second. But I'm going to take that down the other side of my nose. and that looks horrible right now, but I'm going to blend it out in a second. So I'm going to take this beauty blender that I use for my concealer, and I use it to set my concealer too, so it has kind of some powder on it. And I'm just going to take that down the sides of my nose where I just did my contour. I'm going to blend it out. After I have bronzed and contoured my face, I'm going to go ahead and do blush. Now, since it's just like a wear everyday type of look, I'm just going to do this blush called Peach Cobbler, and it's from the Too Faced Eggnog Latte palette. It's a really pretty like peachy blush, and it's not like over the top pigmented, so it doesn't show up like super pink like how it looks in the pan. I'm gonna dip into there, tap it off, and I'm gonna go really lightly on my apples on my cheeks. And after you are done with your blush, I'm gonna go ahead and take this really pretty highlighter, and it's the Physicians Formula Translucent Pearl Highlighter, and it looks like this. I use it a lot, so it's like I hit pan on it, but it's super pretty. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it on this brush that I got from Ulta in this bag of like samples, and I'm going to take my Urban Decay All-Nighter Setting Spray, and I'm going to spray my brush just a little bit, kind of air it out. I'm going to dip in to my highlighter. It's like a really pretty pink type of highlighter, really like subtle, not like over the top. And I'm going to put that on the apples. On the apples, really. No, on my cheekbones, the tops of my cheekbones. I wish that I could say one thing right in a video. That would be really cool. You guys would probably learn better, or, you know, I don't know, take something away from my video other than the fact that I am stupid. So I'm going to spray that again, dip into my highlighter, put it on my cheekbones. Once you have finished highlighting, my last step is going to be the lips. And I'm not going to put on a lipstick today. I'm just going to do this NYX Pump It Up Lip Plumper. And it's just like a really pretty pale pink. It doesn't really show up like super pink or anything like that. And it's just sparkly. So I'm going to go ahead and do just a lip gloss like this. And your last step after the lip gloss is going to be to set your face. So I'm going to take my Urban Decay All-Nighter Setting Spray and set my face. This is what it looks like after I've set my face. Everything is done. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is what I like to do. So if I were to do my makeup every single day, which I don't because I'm lazy, and you're lucky if you see me makeup once a week. The most I do is probably mascara, but hey, it's okay. But this is what it looks like. So clearly you don't have to do eyebrows or anything like that, anything that you don't like to do, but this is what I would do for my everyday makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed my video, and make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe before you leave. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back again soon with another video.